just say, I'm sorry. So, yeah, so today I said, let me just make this video regarding saying the phrase, I'm sorry. Yes, it is a phrase that, some of us really take for granted, or we just connect too much with so much pride and feel like, I'm not going to say I'm sorry, thinking that, if we say we're sorry, we're doing the person a favor and making them think that they won. But it's not about winning or losing. It's really not. Saying that you're sorry with no buts included. Okay? So whether you feel like, oh, that person is overreacting, or you feel that they don't deserve your I'm sorry, your purpose of saying I'm sorry, or your reasons for saying I'm sorry, all boils down to just releasing that burden within yourself. So I usually feel that heaviness in my chest, which we're gonna call it burdens, right? Or burden, the burden, when I don't keep my promise, okay? When I said I was gonna do something and I wasn't able to do it, or I made a mistake, an error. I'm really big on feeling the load in my chest, like almost instantly, and it sits there for a while. That I really have to even like talk, like literally like talk to myself to just like I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, like that kind of mind. Um, because I always feel that there is a connection between my behavior and that person having a particular trigger that a role that brought up the emotion, right? I don't believe that my action didn't play a role. Okay. So that is so important. Let me get to it. I gotta be clear in this part because I know I could kind of get people like thrown off. Okay. When I apologize, you know, it's really it's really something. Before I apologize, I have to be able to number one, reflect, right? Sometimes there's really no time to reflect because that burden don't wait on reflection most of the time. It really doesn't, unfortunately. Um, so what I do in that moment that I feel like, oh my God, I want to say I'm sorry. No, no. What I tend to do is I just look on from the other person's perspective, like almost like instantly, like it's just I pretty much train my brain to do that. Like I'm just like lashing out on that person, and that person is me. Okay, that person is me. So immediately when I like could catch that like split of a second or whatever, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In the beginning, it's not necessarily pure and so innocent. It's just very quick, right? But this is the most powerful thing that you all should learn and know. Okay, we have different layers of us, right? Um, we have a neutrality, a part of us that's like very neutral, that sees no right, no wrong, doesn't care. It's very fair. Everything is just very neutral, right? So that part of us, the moment that we act on something, recognizes the action and rewards you for the action. Okay, I know it may sound a little bit weird, and you'll be like, "What, Mata Tatiana? What are you talking about?" Okay, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, yes, I do know. um, there's a little innocence part there where you just start to say the phrase, and immediately it's like it just goes right up, and it's like, oh, the person saying I'm sorry. It's just take the apology, just forgive, it's okay. um and I know that was so complex right now, and probably very deep, because it just shocked my brain right now too, but it's so true. Sometimes we feel like we need to catch the emotion. Sometimes we feel like I need to have that feeling to say I'm sorry, or else it's not real, it's not authentic. Okay. That could not be farther than the truth, you know because we have all these feelings that we feel so torn, and so like disconnected, you know but when you can just like shh these feelings, and you just act much faster, you don't give yourself time to welcome all the doubts or the excuses to come and like literally like terrify your brain, and then you just find yourself very stuck. So even if you don't want to say that you're sorry to a person, just I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why? Because saying that you're sorry is helping you also. It's not, oh, I'm saying sorry for me in that selfish content. It is saying I'm sorry because I know I have some behaviors, right? Some behaviors that tend to react on its own. These are called habits. We are truly habitual creatures. We observe our parents all the time. We see what they do. We don't like it. We say we never be like our parents. But then we come to that grown up age, and we find ourselves doing the same thing, saying the same thing. If I come to that house and that house is filthy, you better prepare yourself. I heard that 1,000 times, right? Or like, if you don't get this together in your life, you're going to end up like this. So we use all these phrases often. So just say I'm sorry is really to help you lighten the burden in your chest. Yes, because eventually, guys, honestly, that does not take long to affect your immune system, and your immune system is truly everything. Your immune system gets weak, so will every inch of you will follow with that. Okay, and then you find yourself feeling fatigued, tired. You can't think. You thinking and you ain't sleeping. You know. Um, so yeah, it's just you gotta know how to come back. So yeah, just say I'm sorry. Not to glorify the other person, or to make them feel good or anything, but to be in that space where you can still be light, and you can move faster, take action, and let your ego part of you work for you. Okay? Your ego is not meant for you to go and feel like I have to destroy this ego. You should learn how to train your ego to work for you. Yep. That essence of you. There's that bright as you. Ding! Good night, guys.